Okay, everybody, you got senior forward Aamir Simms. Please go ahead with questions.
Hey, Aamir, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. Congratulations on the win after a really tough loss up at Duke on Saturday. What was the mindset of the team, and how did y'all rally to put forth the effort that you did tonight?
Honestly, to keep it completely honest, Coach showed us how disappointing he was in us and like our effort, in the last 5 or 6 games we played. And he just challenged us mentally and physically, He really wanted to see if we can go out there and play the team he knew about in the beginning of the season. And he just really challenged us going into this game. And we had 2 good days of practice, a lot of physicality and, guarding each other and making each other sharper for the game. And I think just coming into it, we just want to have a clear mindset and just going into practices. We just want to prepare ourselves the best way we could, just by guarding their sets and, being physical and setting the tone early.
Can you give some specific examples of how he challenged you guys? Was that speeches? Was that a practice? Just how did he challenge you guys?
Honestly, as soon as we got back from Duke, usually we'll meet for like a couple seconds right out in front of the bus, but we came back in front of our club and we spoke for probably an hour and a half and just talked about what we wanted to accomplish and, our fight and our grit. And that's something that should never be challenged as a person, as a man. And I think a lot of guys took that personal. And I think he knew that's what he needed to say to us because that's what we needed to hear. And honestly, that was just as simple as it was. He just challenged our integrity and our fight and our grit and just our spirit. I think a lot of guys responded. Our whole team responded tonight pretty good.
Well, where did you guys meet for that?
In the Coliseum Club.
Aamir, last week y'all held Louisville to 50 points in that win. That was an impressive win as well. I think a lot of fans, Clemson fans, thought, okay, maybe you're out of the rut that you were in before, with the COVID layoff and all that. But then the Duke game happened. How do you keep this momentum and mojo going and into getting a good run together like you had before the COVID layoff?
Just taking it one day and one game at a time. We can't get ahead of ourselves, and I think that's what happened with the Louisville game. We got comfortable and complacent, and I think that's the hardest thing to fight as a human being, is human nature. And I think we just got to take it one game at a time, one practice at a time, and just trusting our coaches and know that they trust in us as well to go out there and execute the game plan every day that we're out there, whether it's practice or the game. So just not get ahead of ourselves and just attack every day like it's our last.
Aamir, this is the first time ever that Clemson's won 3 out of the last 4 games against North Carolina. How big is that for you as a senior to leave that kind of legacy?
Oh, it's huge. You want to always leave your best impression on a program whenever you come into it, whenever you go anywhere. And I think, me and Clyde, just being soldiers, a part of an Army our freshman year, kind of experienced a little bit of success, with the Sweet 16. We just kind of had that instilled in us. And I think now that we're the leaders of this team, we kind of have the opportunity to disperse that same type of energy and leadership amongst the younger guys in our team. And, just to leave them with something good. And we're trying to take our program to the next level. We don't want to be ranked 6th to 10th team preseason. We want to get in that top 5 just like everyone else, and we want that respect. So to come out here and do that over our 4 years and to finish 3 out of 4 is just definitely an unbelievable feat that me and Clyde have accomplished. And like Clyde said earlier, that's just something we're going to talk about for years to come.
What do you guys have to do to build off of this and create momentum and not have a setback like you did after the big Louisville win?
Like I said, just taking it one day at a time, one practice at a time, not getting ahead of ourselves, and fighting human nature to feel like we did something good. We want to build upon this win, and we don't want to just be okay with it. We're still hungry. We still want more, and, we got a great challenge against Syracuse, who's playing their game. We're going to come in here on Saturday and do the same thing and just come in aggressive and just keep taking it one day at a time and not get ahead of ourselves.
How important was the way Hunter played today? And just what does it say about him after not getting to play much against Duke to bounce back and play the way he did?
Not just Hunter, but I think it speaks for our team. We have 11 guys that can all go, and we struggle a little bit, but that's the importance of having a team and having a great culture with our program is that, whenever your number's called, you might play 30 minutes today, you might play 5 the next, but when your number's called, you got to know and trust in yourself that you're going to go and give your all. And I think that's all Hunter did. It's never about the minutes you play, it's what you do with those minutes you get. And I think Hunter just definitely showed that tonight. And, he was the Monroe Menace, as we like to call him. And I think he did his thing and let everyone know that he can still hoop.
How important do you feel like it was for the bigs? North Carolina has some good bigs down low. Just how important was it for you guys to stand up to them and play well down low and keep them out of the paint and having success?
It was huge. You know, coach always likes to give an example of when you're fighting a bully, you know, the first thing you do is fight them back. And the moment you do, you'll be able to stand them up and they're not going to want to be a bully anymore. And I think that's just what he emphasized going into this game is that we got to bring the physicality to them and we can't let them punk us. And, you know, that was just a huge thing with our practice plan, you know, just guarding each other, you know, just sharpening ourselves, you know, going muscle on muscle just to prepare ourselves mentally for what we're about to face. And I think coach did a great job with that. Is just telling us that we got to be ready to stand up to the bully, especially when we're undersized.
Got time for one more with Aamir.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks, Aamir.
Thanks, man.
We'll be right back with Coach Brownell.